So your stock 140s, one of our classes where we are blessed with so many entries. We have to do an A and a B race. So here is your grid for the B race in stock 140s, race 1B. It's going to be Simon Wadsworth who leads them away with Ben Squire alongside. Alex Thurston and Stephen Gallimore will make up row 2. Marshall Richardson and Shane Mountney will be on row 3, and then on row 4 it'll be Thomas Boone and Sam Ho. Matt Cox and Ben Pearson will round out the top 10. In 11th place for the stock 140s 1B race will be William Hodgson. He'll have Leighton Santos alongside. Nectarios Katakis will start 13th with Andrew Giles in 14th. 15th for Alex Bass with Simon Woodward alongside. James Wilkinson will start in 17th with Nathan Smith in 18th. Matthew Putland will start the race from 19th with Lee Marshall to round out the top 20. Nigel Burns starts this one from 21st. Ashley Harris alongside in 22nd. Jack Williamson will start 23rd. Jake Campbell will start 24th and 25th on the grid. And rounding out the grid will be Jim Titchmarsh. 25 bikes in this one for the B race in the pit bike stock 140s for round 4 race 1. We are just waiting for them to form up.
Big shout out to Mish and Gish watching from Donington. Thank you for the lovely message on Facebook. Appreciate the support, lads. Hope everything's going well for you down there at Donny.
So Simon Wadsworth comes to the head of the grid, ready to start this one. We'll be looking for the yellow flag at the back of the grid to say he's happy, the green at the front. And when that drops, we will be away. Flags in the air, engine notes rise then. We wait for the flag to drop and we're away. Simon Wadsworth, not the best start, and I think Ben Squire may have got a run on him there and taken the lead off of him. Indeed he has, so it's Ben Squire who will lead them into the valley for the first time. Oh, and we've got a rider down in the mid-pack there. That was a bit of a high-sider. Yellow flag is out. Will it go to a red? Looks like we may have an injury there, so keep eyes out.
Red flag's coming out, Howard.
Yep, red flag is out. Right call, because we do have a rider down.
Oh no,
sorry. Sorry.
The reds were prepared, but yellows are the ones that have been used.
Okay, fair enough. False alarm. Who is that one? That... I think I saw a 4 on the side of the bike. Could be the 224 of William Hodgson. We'll check as they come around for timing. As they come to finish this first lap, it was indeed Ben Squire who got a good run at the... No, it is a red flag. That is a red flag now being shown. Yeah, fair enough. So, obviously the rider needing to receive some more attention there. And I'm noting Shane Mountney, the 144, dropping down through the order. I did say there was a 4 in the number, so it wasn't the 224, it was the 144 by the looks of it. So we assume Shane Mountney down here. As the riders are asked to, or the other riders are asked to form up the grid. Medical car is sent out onto circuit. Just looked like a bit of a high-sider in turn 2. It all got a bit too close for company in the middle, and the rider was over and down.
gets all of the riders around safely. It's just the one rider down, and the medical van has now reached him. I'm sure he'll be loaded up and taken to safety, where an ice pack will be waiting for him.
Yeah.
In fact, has he even got in?
No, I think I certainly didn't see if he did get in.
He must have jumped in if he did, which would be a good sign, but that appears to be him pushing
he's
his own
pushing his bike.
off.
That's a very good sign. That's about as good a sign as you can get. Yeah, indeed. Rider pushing his bike back.
And the medical van is indeed empty as it passes past our commentary box. There he is, on your screen now, looking fit and well.
Good stuff. I now need to get used to the fact that it's the little screen.
Well, the big screen's working again now. Well, no.
It's
still a bit jittery.
Bit jittery. So, we will have a bit of a warm-up lap.
We've got a rider, there we go, pounding the box. Rider struggling to get started, who has now.
Yep, that's Alex Bass. So yeah, it was indeed Shane Mountney who had that incident, but as we saw, pushing his bike back to the paddock.
Do you think it's Alex Bass or Alex Bass?
It's a good question. I'm going to say Bass, but
I spoke to him earlier, and he's Scottish, so does that give an indication as to which one it would be? For me,
if it does, then it's not one I'm aware of. But do let us know if
there's a few people watching. I think from Scotland. I did notice a comment or two earlier. Pronunciations of Alex's surname, the number 88.
I'm going with Bass.
Down from Glasgow.
But do let us know if we need to bring the bass.
I'll put my money on bass.
Okay. I'll have to settle this one, mate. So, Simon Wadsworth will take up the pole position again, I believe, because we will we'll do count back to the start, presumably. So Simon Wadsworth, Ben Squire, and then it will be Alex Thurston. We then expect Stephen Gallimore, Marshall Richardson, and then not Shane Mountney, because he's now out of this one.
Yeah, there's all riders formed back up on the grid.
Green flag in the air. We're ready for the restart. And away we go. Can Wadsworth get a better start this time? It is a better start, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to hold back Ben Squire. Squire's going to have the inside line into turn 2. But no, Wadsworth is going to hold on to it. And round the outside of Squire, in fact, was that Gallimore or Thurston. One of them had a really good run there around the second corner.
Was indeed the 167 Steve Gallimore up into second place.
Yep, absolutely. Round Luna Bend and onto the back straight.
Here they come past the commentary box. Top 4 breaking away from the pack immediately.
It was Gallimore who we saw having the good run round the second corner, and he's continued to have a good run on this first lap up the hill, although he's got Squire and Thurston with him for very, very close company as they come round to finish this first lap of the restart. It's Wadsworth, Gallimore, Squire, Thurston, Richardson, Ho, Boone, Cox, Hodgson and Woodward to round out the top 10.
Come now down into the S's for the second time. Top 4 still quite tightly matched, although out in front Simon Wadsworth has roughly a second's gap back to second, where 3 riders battle to be the first one to be chasing him down. He exits this long sweeping right-hander now and heads up the hill. Question from Stuart O'Neill on Facebook. Says, it's the first time watching this. What bikes are they riding, please, guys? Howard, one for you, I think.
Yeah, so these are, although the official name for the series is the British Mini Bikes, these the correct way to describe these kinds of bikes are pit bikes.
Yes.
This particular class is the stock 140s, which means they're all riding on bikes fitted with 140cc engines. So, yeah, when we say mini bikes, we're not talking necessarily about the mini motos that people may have seen. These are more pit bike size. Various different classes running, but at the moment these are, as we say, the stock 140s. For full technical details on all the classes, I should say, head over to BritishMinibikes.com, where they're all covered brilliantly in an easy-to-digest list. And you can see how much it costs to get involved, which relative to a lot of motorsport is really not that much. It's a very affordable form of motorsport.
It's cheap as chips, Howard. Thank you for your questions, Stuart. Keep them coming in if anyone does have any questions. Back out on track, Simon Wadsworth still leads this stock 140 race. Alex Thurston is in second and Ben Squire is in third.
Should stress, don't legally hold us to cheap as literally a bag of chips. That might be a bit bold.
I can sell you a bag of chips for the same price as I can sell you one of these bikes. It's just one of them will be massively overpriced and the other one will be a fair deal.
Indeed. We're looking at the battle here. I think this is between Thomas Boone.
Ben Squire was involved there.
Yeah, so it's the battle for fourth between Ben Squire, Sam Ho and Thomas Boone as they come through the S's. So Simon Wadsworth leads this one. He's got a bit of a gap over Alex Thurston now.
Alex Bass or Bass is doing really well, Howard, considering he came from the back. He's up into 9th place. Still yet to have confirmation on the pronunciation of his surname, but going strongly here.
Yeah, I agree. I think, as you say, doing very well from the back of the grid. As we're looking at the battle over 3rd place, and this time I think it is still Marshall Richardson who's holding on to this one, although he's just dropped down the timing tower on the left-hand side. I think that's a transponder issue more than anything else, although we did see a rider at the side of the road having some issues with his bike, but I think that's Ben Pearson, who pulled off to rider's left in the Lunar Bend complex. He's now got underway again, though. I think yellow flag is now been brought in, so we're looking here.
I think Stephen Gallimore still leads here. Ben Squire and Marshall Richardson in behind him. That's who's on screen at the minute. Certainly Gallimore is at the front of this trio. In the middle is the 64 bike of Ben Squire. As Ben Squire lines up and moves into the last corner, ducks down the inside, fantastic overtaking maneuver. Ben Squire up into 3rd place. And yes, Stephen Gallimore and Marshall Richardson are showing us crossing the line at the same time as Ben Squire, or thereabouts, but both registering as a lap down, or 3 laps down in the case of Marshall Richardson.
Yep,
not quite sure what's happened there.
Yeah, we're just having a few transponder issues there, aren't we? So not quite as billed at the moment on the left-hand side of your screens on that timing tower.
We have a slow rider there in the background, not quite sure who that is. As a Marshall heads over to give him a hand.
So, we're still saying Simon Wadsworth leads this one?
Yes.
With Thurston second, but then there's a battle going on between
Squire, Gallimore and Richardson.
Yep, indeed.
Squire having taken 3rd place at the end of the last lap.
Yep.
3 more to go.
Yep, this is on the back straight. We're looking at the battle over...
Not quite sure what this one is, Howard.
Okay.
Picked up on the stream.
Right.
I'm just trying to keep tabs on that 3rd, 4th and 5th place.
Yep.
Wadsworth still out in front, although Thurston is close. Hopefully we can pick them up on the stream. Here we are with bike 28, which puts us down in third and fourth with Marshall Richardson, is that? We've switched riders now. I'm not quite sure who's directing today. I'm sure they're doing their best.
Oh, well, the camera shots. It's Chris. It's Chris.
And he was doing so well on the paddock walk.
These are Jacob's words, not mine, Chris.
I love Chris really, but we're struggling to see what's going on here. It's hard enough for the transponder issues. We'll do our best to relay to you the action. We're on the last lap. Wadsworth still leads from Thurston. There's 2/10 between them.
In which case that means there's those two going through
There
turn
we
two,
have
very close. There we go. There's the leaders.
Pair of them.
I believed in you, Chris. Right, they're going to come into the S's now. Wadsworth and Thurston.
Wadsworth on the 5 bike out in front. Thurston, number 83, chasing him down in the green.
Yep, absolutely. Wadsworth has led this one pretty much from the restart. Onto the back straight they go. Does Thurston have the drive off the corner? He does have good drive off the corner. He's going to challenge up the hill, up the inside of Pentith Climb, and he's got the job done, has he? They're side by side. He'll have the inside line for every corner between now and the end of the race, and I think he's got it done, but Wadsworth is going to try and come back at him into the final corner. It's going to be a bit of a drag to the line here, but it's going to be Alex Thurston who wins ahead of Simon Wadsworth. What a battle on the last lap of the race. Fantastic stuff there. Then it's going to be Richardson, Gallimore and Squire. Oh, excuse me, it's Richardson, Squire and Gallimore as timing updates now. So Marshall Richardson third, Ben Squire fourth, fifth for Stephen Gallimore. Matt Cox finishes sixth, Sam Ho finishes seventh, Thomas Boone in eighth, William Hodgson in ninth, Alex Bass rounds out the top 10, Simon Woodward finishes in 11th, Nectarios Katakis finishes 12th, 13th for Andrew Giles, Lee Marshall will finish 14th, Matthew Putland we believe will finish 15th, although he is in a battle with Nathan Smith, so we will just wait to confirm that one. James Wilkinson, it is indeed Putland. Putland finishes 15th, 16th for Nathan Smith. James Wilkinson finishes 17th, 18th for Nigel Burns, 19th for Ashley Harris, and we saw Ben Pearson with a few issues mid-race, but I think he's now coming around to finish. So I think he managed to keep it going. And we saw, of course, at the start of that one, Shane Mountney having an incident which led to a red flag. That concludes the B race, or your 1B race in stock 140s. Plenty of support coming in, and congratulations coming in for Warwick Brady for that ride to the win there. Let's, though, take you through the grid for the B race, the race 2B grid for PITBIKE Stock 140. Simon Wadsworth will lead them away with Alex Thurston in second. Stephen Gallimore will be third with Marshall Richardson fourth. Shane Mountney will start fifth. Good to see him returning after the red flag incident earlier today. Thomas Boone in 6th. 7th will be Sam Ho with Matt Cox in 8th. 9th will be Ben Pearson with William Hodgson in 10th. 11th will be Leighton Santos with Nektarios Katakis in 12th. 13th will be Andrew Giles with Alex Bass in 14th. 15th for Simon Woodward with James Wilkinson alongside in 16th. 17th will be Nathan Smith with Matthew Putland in 18th. 19th will be Lee Marshall with Nigel Burns rounding out the top 20. 21st will be Ashley Harris with Jack Williamson in 22nd. 23rd will be Jake Campbell, and then in 24th, rounding out the grid, will be Jim Titchmarsh. Now, we've seen good riding from some of the riders at the front of this one earlier today. Alex Thurston took the win in this one earlier on the last lap, as I recall.
Yes, an excellent overtaking manoeuvre.
Yeah, it really was a brilliant end to the race for him. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do this time. Starting second alongside Simon Wadsworth. As I say, plenty of celebrations coming in for the win for Warwick Brady just now in the Junior SM90 Bambinos, which hopefully, through the magic of technology, will appear. There we go. And I'm just going to read these because it's quicker. Murray Smoker, obviously supporting Stephen Gallimore. Gallimore for the win. Has been riding well today, has Stephen Gallimore, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Looks like we're formed up, though, and ready to go. Oh, no, we're not. Bit of moving around.
Quick shuffle.
Indeed. Yellow in the air, green in the air, engine notes rise, and we're away. In the stop 140s, it's a good start from grid second. Alex Thurston looks like he's going to try and go all the way around the outside of Simon Wadsworth, but I don't think he's going to have enough to challenge into turn 2. No, he's not. So Wadsworth holds on to it. Thurston second, and Stephen Gallimore in third as they all get through turn 2 cleanly, I'm happy to say, and work their way into the S's for the first time.
Yeah, it's a good start from Wadsworth. Well managed with Thurston starting well on the outside of him. Coming to the Lunar Complex now for the first time.
Yep, absolutely. On to Conrod Straight. It's still Wadsworth, and in fact he's got a bit of a steal now on Thurston, and the reason is that Gallimore's got past him. Stephen Gallimore has got up to second place, look, as they head up the hill. Over Coward Summit they will go, and then down into the Joey Dunlop corner, and coming round to complete the lap. Simon Wadsworth it is then in first. Stephen Gallimore second. Alex Thurston third. Matt Cox has had a brilliant first lap, getting himself up 3 places to fourth. Then it's Marshall Richardson, Thomas Boone, Sam Ho, Ben Pearson, William Hodgson, and Simon Woodward round out the top 10. Shane Mountney had a poor first lap, but maybe that's to be forgiven somewhat after his incident earlier on today.
Good to see him back out.
Yep, absolutely. Always good to see.
Big lead now for Wadsworth coming out of the Lunar Complex. He's followed by the number 83 of Alex Thurston. So what's happened to Gallimore?
Haven't seen him have any issues. We'll keep an eye on that as they come through. We're looking at the battle. I think that's William Hodgson, Simon Woodward that we're seeing there going side by side.
Let's see now, is Gallimore third?
So let's see, Wadsworth is first. Thurston, yeah, Gallimore's down to fourth. Are we going to see why here? No, this looks slightly further back to me. Oh, there's a little interesting
Trip across the grass?
trip across the grass. Can't quite make out who that one is. Working their way through, though. This is the battle over second. Alex Thurston, Marshall Richardson there has made it through to third, and then Steve Gallimore, as we were saying, has dropped down from second down to fourth, so something befell him last time round. Haven't mentioned Marshall Richardson too many times today, but he has been riding well. He goes to the outside of Thurston. He's going to try around the outside up the hill. That's bold. He's got good grip out there, though. How does that one conclude? Coming down the other side of the hill. He's got the job done. Fantastic move there by Marshall Richardson. Takes himself up into second place.
Very brave, very bold.
Absolutely. As a stationary rider at turn 1. Not sure who that is. Just checking. It's definitely... So it's not our leader. There's Simon Wadsworth. Then is Marshall Richardson and Alex Thurston. Then is Steve Gallimore.
It's quite spaced out on front 4 now.
I think it's James Wilkinson who's having the problems.
Looks to be, yes. Yes, through come first, second, third and fourth. Fifth and sixth are reasonably close together. That's Matt Cox and Sam Ho.
Yeah.
They're coming up the hill now, and Sam Ho looks to the outside. They are side by side going around the right hand kink. We follow them now with the camera. We pick up the other shot from the other side of the hill. Let's see who comes through first. I believe Matt Cox has held it.
Yep, fantastic battling then going on throughout the field here. Indeed, Matt Cox does hold on to it ahead of Sam Ho. Behind them, a really good battle happening between Thomas Boone, William Hodgson, who's just got past Ben Pearson, Simon Woodward as well in 10th. They're having a great four-way scrap from 7th downwards.
Sam Ho all over the back of Matt Cox now. This is the battle for 5th place. They're coming into the Lunar Complex. Sam Ho doesn't decide to dive down the inside there, where we've seen a couple of drivers try it. Riders, that's 3. Coming through the Lunar Complex. What kind of drive can you get out of that corner? And up the hill, it's a good one, but it doesn't look to be good enough as they go past the camera here at the complex.
Yep. Going to maintain their order at the front here. We've got to keep an eye on the lead battle here, because with 3 laps to go, Marshall Richardson is setting impressive pace. He is getting the gap down. Took another 3/10 out of Simon Wadsworth last time through. There is your four-way scrap for 7th place. Thomas Boone, William Hodgson, Ben Pearson and Simon Woodward, you just saw crossing the line.
Heather Wadsworth has been in touch, so come on Simon. It's currently 3.8 seconds behind Alex Thurston in 3rd. We are watching the battle directly behind him.
I think that might have been for the leader.
Oh yeah, why did I read that as... I even read his surname as Wadsworth and then went straight for Gallimore. Apologies.
It's alright, mate. It's the heat. It's been a long one.
There is no confusion as to who that support was for to anyone other than myself.
Anyway, you got the gap pretty much right anyway. It was pretty much 3 point...
That's how far Simon
seconds that
Gallimore is behind.
It is. But
Thurston.
Simon Wadsworth is also still about 3.2 seconds up the road.
From
Marshall Richardson.
Yes.
But we do need to watch the pace there of Richardson. Actually, he was slightly slower on that lap. So if Wadsworth can hold the gap, then he and Heather on Facebook will get exactly the result that they are after. With just a couple of laps left to run. Still the battle goes on. There is Simon Wadsworth. Riding well.
Yes, do keep your comments coming in on Facebook, but please do explain to me exactly what you mean. As if I'm a 5-year-old.
It's a niche request.
Where I'm at right now. Where I'm at.
Right.
The last lap board is being prepared.
And well, it might be. Up the hill comes Wadsworth. There's some traffic at play here. Not all of the bikes you're seeing flashing through on your screen are on the lead lap.
And out comes the man in the high-vis jacket to the right of your screen. splashing it out at the leaders. Who's still Simon Wadsworth. Marshall Richardson has gained on him. He's
He has, though, hasn't he?
Behind.
That was significant. 1.1 seconds Marshall Richardson got the gap down by on that last lap. So Wadsworth needs to keep the pace up here. Other battles going on to this last lap. Still Matt Cox and Sam Ho battling hard over 5th place. And that 4-bike battle over 7th between Boone, Hodgson, Pearson and Woodward still isn't settled. Lee Marshall and Matthew Putland also having a good battle as well over 14th. So there's a few loose ends to be tied up here on this last lap. But Simon Wadsworth, that's not... oh, that is Marshall Richardson. So the gap is definitely closing down here.
Sam Ho has taken Matt Cox for 5th place, Howard.
Yeah, but Wadsworth will be glad to finish this one, won't he? As he comes down towards the final corner now.
Oh, as Matt Cox looks to come back past, but
yep.
we're going to rejoin. Ah, there's someone off at turn to the Lunar Complex.
Ah, okay. Oh, yes. Simon Wadsworth has taken the win.
Marshall Richardson in 2nd by only 1.3 seconds.
Good
Alex
win.
Thurston comes in 3rd. Who's come off, Howard?
Is that Ben Pearson? I think that might be Ben Pearson.
2-something, yes.
I think I recognise his suit as well. So, good win for Simon Wadsworth. Marshall Richardson 2nd. Alex Thurston is 3rd. Stephen Gallimore 4th. 5th for Matt Cox and Sam Ho in 6th. Good battle for them throughout the race. Thomas Boone finishes 7th in that frantic battle over that position. William Hodgson 8th. 9th for Simon Woodward. Shane Mountney in 10th. Good for Shane to get that result after the incident earlier today. Alex Bass in 11th. Ben Pearson it is who was stationary down on that part of the circuit, but he has got himself going again now. So Nathan Smith will finish 12th. Lee Marshall 13th with Matthew Putland in 14th. And then I think Ben Pearson is going to get himself classified in 15th ahead of Ashley Harris and James Wilkinson.
By virtue of having completed 7 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Ho did take Matt Cox to 5th place on that last lap, but did it too early on in the last lap, and Matt Cox was able to get him back going up the hill. Great racing.
Yep, really good stuff there. So that's not quite it from the Stock 140 class, because we still have the A race to go, but in the B race, the bragging rights go to Simon Wadsworth.